So with that, we have every new player named. Let's go over the roster for 2027, your Wyoming Cowboys. We start off at quarterback with the seniors, Kai and Ty, and How a White Man Runs the Football, followed by Girthquake and Someone Else, Please. Well, red shirt, the two juniors there. At running back, Can't Win the Big One, Magnum TA Cowboy, Don't Stop Me, Having a Good Time, Laramie Cheyenne, and Toothy Oral. Your fullbacks, Anthropology Major and Conway Big Twitty Goth Girlfriend. That one, again, to implement the new policy of someone can steal a name, and it was Ender who went from Conway Twitty to Conway Big Twitty Goth Girlfriend. Just tremendous. Jack, thank you very much for the follow, by the way. Appreciate it. Welcome in. Happy to have you here. Conway Big Twitty Goth Girlfriend is incredible. He will be redshirt this year, so that way we only need one fullback next year. At wide receiver, Fat McApee, Wilson, Blazing Saddles, 50 Cent Nickelback, Are You Able to Use Numbers, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Thanks Obama, No Relation, and Qual ET, Phone Home. God damn it. We got better names this year. We got much better names this year. At tight end, MetLife Turf Monster, Makings of a Varsity Athlete, and Friends in Low Places, who will be redshirt. Of course, all new players are redshirt. They sit out the first year. At left tackle, Rip Winkle, Cheyenne Pepper, Cover Ed Wagon, and Four Fingies No Thumbs. At left guard, Tukey Jr., Bug Kid, Fook Me, Fook You, and Fook London. At center is Mayo an Instrument and Long Gulp. Right guard, Sundance Kid and Son of a Plumber, Hard Times. And at right tackle, Napissing on the Floor, Benjo Tui, GeoGuessr, and Chinese Name. Left end, But I Never Win, Fufida, and My Friend Flea Flicka. That is still one of my absolute favorites. It is. Okay? Like, if you weren't aware of My Friend Flicka, I mean, God, it's so good. Not the book, but the name is just tremendous. Absolutely tremendous. It's set in Wyoming. Even better. Even better. On the right side, Baptista! Sharpshooter Slim, and She Thinks My Tractor's Sexy. Not going to have too many active defensive ends, but we do have DTs. Rhinestone Cowboy, Stumpy McNofoot, Willie Nelson, and Lights On, No One's Home. Fucking ridiculous. Lights On, No One's Home. At linebacker, Dirty Dan, Don't Touch Me There, and Dumb Mistake Made Here. At middle linebacker, 37-liter Hats, Prairie Phantom, and Buck Deer Meat. And on the right, It Wasn't Me, It Was the Cats, Reggie Bush II, and Mayor McCheese. At corner, Martial Law, I Want My Mullet Back, You Got Mossed, Dad Made Me Play Football, Lee Key Rear End, and gay icon George Washington. The amount of names I have set chat up for is absolutely ridiculous. At safety, Pat Matushi, Swamp Nil Winklesass, and All Ass No Chaps. And on the other side, Hot Singles in Your Area the Second, Mancella DeGanja Jr., and Should Have Been a Baseball Player. Your kicker, My Owing. Your punter, Kirk Kissin' Cousins. Although we are gonna... Nope, we can't sit Kirk out, otherwise I would have. There you go, your 2027 Wyoming Cowboys. But of course, we are not done with the raffles. I still need to set up the schedule. So again, whatever name we draw, if your name is chosen, we will need 3 letters. And we'll pick teams from there that we will play in our non-conference games The code word to the raffle is Jim. J-I-M. The code word is Jim. As we will set up the old depth chart here, a 99 rated quarterback. Absolutely insane. Looks like Big One's going to get more of an opportunity over Magnum TA Cowboy, which is all right. The receiver class is looking good. What about return options? We still have Wilson as a return man. He is absolutely insane. It's his final year here. 99 rated return man, Wilson, which is great. So let's get to ye old custom schedule. Week 6 will probably be our first open week. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Uh-oh. Let's open up week 10. Schedule a game there. So we'll have week 6 and week 10 off. Or we do 3 games. 3 games. Yeah, you know, let's do that instead. Let's do that instead. We'll do 3 games. We'll take the Florida-Atlanta week off. Do 3 games, take week 8 off. And then just have a big stretch for the back half of the season. So week 3 is our first game. Again, we play Arkansas and South Carolina, mandatory. Week 3 non-conference. Ender, it's your lucky night, my man. We need 3 letters. 3 letters for week 3. What's it gonna be? What is it going to be for week number 3? Right now it is Akron as the placeholder. W, H, and Y. Well, for W's, you get 2 choices, Wake Forest or Washington State. Wake Forest or Washington State. Who's it going to be? Wake Forest it is. In week number 6, I need 3 letters from Frank Grimes. He has ready immediately. ATO. It's Arizona State. By default, it is Arizona State. And in week 10, I need 3 letters not from Ender. My God, the bot loves Ender tonight. Razor Sharp. Razor. J-I-M. There you go. From the J is nobody, but from the I's, it's Illinois. So there you go. Our schedule this year. Arkansas, South Carolina, Wake Forest, Oklahoma, Arizona State, Michigan State, Florida State, Illinois, Kansas, Iowa, Ole Miss, and Wisconsin. That is the schedule for this season. Question now, what the hell are we going to need in terms of recruits? Hopefully it's nothing too ridiculous. Hopefully not. I was going to give you Monroe. That would have been nice. Lined up. I wouldn't want to beat him, though. Okay. All right. So this year, we are going to need a good amount, aren't we? We really are. God damn. Well, let's see what we can do. We'll see. 11 tiers. We're up to tier 4. We need a quarterback. We need a running back. We need a fullback. We need a kicker. We need a defensive tackle. And we need 2 middle linebackers. It's actually not as bad as I thought it was going to be. But it is still quite a bit that we'll have to focus on. By the way, of course, there's a 4-star that wants to come here. Did we get our prestige ranking back? I don't think I can check it from here, can I? Coach info? I can't check it from here. That's a shame. Just wanted to know if we were a 5-star program again. I should be able to check it on one of these, right? My school should have it. It doesn't. Kind of shows what we offer. Wow, our Jesus Christ, we have improved this team a lot. Coach prestige is an A+. Pro potential is an A+. Like, we have a tremendous selling point outside of campus lifestyle because you're in the middle of fucking Wyoming. I can't look at the top 25 this week of the season, unfortunately. So, it is what it is. Let's see, quarterbacks. Again, we are still hoping for the oh-so-rare 4-star, which isn't going to happen. Let alone the impossible 5-star. But what do we have at quarterback? We do need 1 this year, and we are having to scroll down pretty far before we see anybody. At the quarterback position, we have Sam Seals. What a name. Rob Wade. Anybody else? Down to the 2 stars already. Shane Jones, who doesn't want to come here. Daniel Hudson, who doesn't want to come here. Bernard Howard. Joe Thompson. Thomas Rich. Thomas Money Rich. David Young, great spine buster, but we don't need him. Willie Henderson's not great. Couple of options, nobody too crazy. For the running backs, we got a lot of dudes who want nothing to do with us. That's not a good sign in terms of our prestige going back up. Already down to the 3 stars. We still don't have a single player in this category. Oh my God, please, God, somebody. We're going to be down to the 2 stars before you know it. Give me a JUCO, please. Yep, not a single 3-star JUCO at running back. We do have Joe McClain. Showing up as a default 65. Travis Morton. Junior David Smith. That sophomore doesn't want to come here. James Miller, Alex Mooney aren't quite good enough. 61 junior, don't need him. All right, we do need a fullback this year. Not looking too good. Is weed legal in Wyoming? I don't know. Probably not. Wyoming's pretty fucking backwards in a lot of ways. Sorry, Wyoming, but it's true. And again, you might be happy about it being backwards. I don't know. Well, we need a fullback. Oh, here we go. Finally. Oh my God, they're all shit. Well, we need a fullback, but fun fact, we're not going to get one. They're all trash. We might as well just deal with a walk-on and not waste the space. So if we get a tight end that we can move, cool, but there's not a single good. Yeah. Walk on, more like walk right back in. He wasn't gone for long. Christ. We've had some bad luck with fullbacks over the past couple seasons. Backwards in the States usually means they still think it's 1776. That's a fair amount of states in this country, unfortunately. That is a fair amount of states in this country that still think it's 1776. Got Mark James. They have drive-through liquor stores. Tremendous. Tremendous. It's legal in Montana. Like, imagine still having weed being illegal in 2024. It's fucking insane. Fucking insane. Wyoming and Montana are both beautiful to drive through, though. I don't doubt that. I don't doubt that. Unfortunately, there's a lot of beautiful places in this country that are ruined by the people. That's kind of how it works. Harris isn't too bad. I want to get up to 35 here, at least close to it. Andrew Justice. Come here. Ohio. No, Ohio's ruined by the fact that touchdown Jesus burned down. R.I.P. Jesus. God. Oh, man, yeah. We have a lot of players that have no desire to come to Wyoming. Is it because of our lack of atmosphere and campus life? At least the mountains are pretty. You're in college. I'm sure you care about that. Ohio ruins the people, not the other way around. That could be true. Could be true. A lot of low-level juniors. Tight end position. We don't need one, but wow. The #1 recruit in the nation is a tight end, Marlon Houston from Waco. Tremendous. All right. Well, it'd be nice to get a tight end to be able to move him to fullback for the sake of positional setup. Get a sophomore, Bryson Penn. That guy could be pretty good. Anybody else? Anybody? Please, God, Jesus. Please. Steve Price might not be that bad. It's legal in Montana. Great name. You remember the Telltale games, and it'll always be like, Jerry will remember that. I feel like that's what people do in terms of random conversations that happen throughout the season. People are just like, well, write that one down. That can be a player name. Let's see. Not looking too good. At the tackle position. Anybody? Anybody at all? Somebody. Can anybody find me an offensive tackle? You get Timmy Wright. I do believe some people in chat, Frank Grimes included, have a list of names just in case. We got Mike Murphy. Javon Clark. Darius Davis, Ryan Morrison. Oh, you know what I forgot to check last year was that dude on Ohio State, Carrington. Or not Carrington, Pennington. I forgot to see how good that guy was. Because he fucking destroyed us. But there is a chance that he graduated. Alright, so it looks like we'll get through the tackle position. In terms of the board, that's not bad. Little baby Jessica. Crash, you need to dig down deep into the old references and names, you know? Bunny, take it easy, by the way. I can't wait until we have starting running back, the Dingo H.O. baby. That's going to be fun. Ohio State. Yeah, Pennington's insane. He's not that fast, but he's got great acceleration off the line. That guy kicked the shit out of us. All right, well, let's see what we got then. Maniac, fair enough. Again, I gotta get back into playing NHL 24 franchise at some point. Not necessarily the game, though. 80 rated quarterback, Sam Seals. Rob Wade, Bernard Howard's just gonna miss the cut. Joe Thompson. Mr. Money Rich is not good. Yo Noid. Ooh, Danny Richardson in the gym, up to a 73. Not bad. Running backs, which is a position of need this year. And we're gonna need to find an athlete. If we have a position of need, I'm not afraid of having a walk-on in that position. I still want to make sure that we get the best players possible overall. Mark James, Corey Raymond, not bad. DJ Mitchell. So far, so good for wide receivers. Evans doesn't make it. Leroy Miller doesn't make it. Corey Thomas doesn't make it. And Jason Scott does not make it. It's got 2 tight ends. Bryson Penn looks great. Steve Price is a bust. That's all we can do for the opening week of scouting. But like I said, I think we're taking the right strategy. Just the best players possible, and then move people around if you have to. Don't waste points on like a 68 rated running back just because it's a position of need. If you can happen to fill the positions of need, do it. Otherwise, just get the best dudes that you possibly can. I think that is going to be our strategy. Oh, goodness. Penn and Teller for the win. I need to play that frickin' game they had that got canceled. Where you just drive a bus for 3.5 hours. You can't skip or anything. You just sit there on the bus for 3.5 hours. Again, this is also the first year that we have at least a small percentage opportunity for insta-commits. See if we get lucky with that at all. Hello, Gem Travis Bell. Okay. For the tackles, Timmy Wright's going to miss out. So does Mike Murphy. Javon Clark, minus 14. Jesus. The second highest swing we have ever seen. The top was a minus or a plus 15. It's been a long time since we've seen a 14-point swing. And all of these tackles are mid at best, except for Alex Jameson. Wow. That's insane. All right, well, let's keep looking. Still have the rest of the offensive line to finish up. What do we have at guard? Oh, I have 3 names. That's true. Hey, if you don't get a name picked when we do the renames, there's always another time. If you stand by the name. But now that we've introduced name stealing into the mix, who knows? It can be that much more difficult. It's got to be a home run of a name every time. All right, we get James Sharp. You might veto one. Oh boy, it's never a good sign, is it? To say in advance, I think you might veto one of the names. Never a good sign, dude. We have 1 guard. 2, but he doesn't want to sign. Jesus. On the dark humor side of things. When do you ever shy away from the dark humor side of things? At center. Limited options on the offensive line. Good thing is we have depth in that position. But real limited options on the offensive line this year. We might get down to 1 stars before I see anybody. We almost did. Ross Presley, Bo Clark, Andre Pollard. Bonnie Pope doesn't make it. Wow. All right. On the defense, still hoping for the somehow 4 or 5 star potential option, although it's never, ever, ever gonna happen. Never, ever. Never, ever. Oh my God, please. Give us something. There we go. Ross Morris. Could be decent. Anybody else? For the love of God. Anybody else? Any other JUCOs? Please. This could be another weak year. Got Bryce Davis. AC Whitlock just misses our cutoff. Charles Daniels is fine. There is a pretty big shortage of players overall for this season. Starting to find a few. Heathen! Thank you for the 20 months. Better sub before my battery. Heathen, take it easy. Thank you very much for the resub and your involvement in the stream tonight. It's appreciated. All right. Sorry, just trying to make sure I don't accidentally skip over anybody or anything like that. Defensive tackles. You know, the only way to frickin' check if someone's a JUCO is to look at the little frickin' text below their name. Why would you have that as a sortable option? I don't know. If I end up discovering that there is somehow a way to sort by JUCO status, I am going to be upset. But it's not in the search feature. It's not anywhere on this screen. Pretty sure it's impossible. We get Josh Booker. Anybody else? Mike Wayne, who doesn't want to come here. Casey Jackson, Travis Tyson. Derek Douglas, John Peterson, Charles Mendoza, Johnny Hollis. Okay, so again, we end up with a lot of defensive tackles. That has been a very common position for JUCOs in this run. I hope you like running 4-3 defenses, because it makes a whole lot of sense in this challenge. Is that going to be it? Is that guy a sophomore? No, he's not. Okay, let's look at who we have now that we're through defensive tackles. Let's see what we got. Again, there was 1 guard in James Sharp. He dips below a 70. Yikes. 3 centers. Presley, not going to make it. Clark, not going to make it. Pollard is a -8. Oh my God. 1 offensive lineman out of the 3 positions. That is outrageously thin. We're talking like my hair thinning. Like, goddamn. It's just going at a rapid rate. It's ridiculous. Perez, Bobby, look at 2 defensive ends. What about the 10 defensive tackles? Casey Jackson's off the list. We need this to be a good year for linebackers, secondary, and athletes is what we need. Good Lord. We might end up with 1, maybe 2 defensive tackles. Wow. Okay. Well, quarterback through DT, we have 14 players. 14. That is easily the lowest we have seen at this stage. There have been years where up to linebacker, I've needed to start taking 70s and 71s off the board. I wonder just how bad the JUCO pool can get. 'Cause we might be seeing it. And honestly, like, even if it is like, hey, we don't have that many 70s and up, I'm just going to focus on the 70s and up. And then if we can swoop in late for the lower rated guys, then so be it. But I am going to keep the same strategy of focusing on the best players available. JUCO, Keith Scott. And we have gotten a fair amount of 2-star linebackers into the conversation, at least. Down to the 1-stars, Hollins, Fred Ellis. Okay, we do have a good amount of linebackers this year that are at least a possibility. A lot of linebackers and quite a few who aren't even interested in coming here. Felt like last year was a pretty weak year for this position, so it's nice to see it kind of bounce back. As long as we know positions are going to like ebb and flow, be cyclical, we might be all right. Let's see what we got at linebacker. A lot of people to look at. 14 players, easily the most we've had. Josh Thomas looks great. Sledge looks great. Oh yeah, this is, well, except for that guy. This is looking like a decent year for linebackers already. Shane Utley, still over a 70. Hollis just misses out. Or Hollins. Fred Ellis looks good. It's a linebacker year. And we do need to rebuild that position. Shout out to Paul Anderson. Gem of a guy. 6 linebackers, just for the outside linebackers. We still got to go down the middle here. Let's see, what do we got? Shout out to Mike Payne. I can't get him. Anybody down the middle. Anybody at all. Oh, man. Okay. This isn't looking good. We do get Darren Tolbert, perhaps. Anybody else, please? Bobby Potts. Junior. Not interested in coming here. Another junior. Well, as strong as outside was, the interior linebacker position was beyond weak. That was a bad time. Corners. What do we have at corner? Anything at all? Get Jim Gandy, son of Mahatma. Solid 2:30 a.m. joke for you there. Aaron Thompson's looking like he could be okay. Sophomore Charlie Bratton. Xavier Mangum. All right, we're looking decent at corner so far. In terms of options, shout out to Jay Hill. Mike Washington. We are down to 1-stars now. Will Gray. Nick Overstreet doesn't want to come here. Gandhi wrong way. Come on, Crash. Come on, don't be ridiculous. That's a good one. Junior. All right. Look at other players. List does have some potential. Middle linebacker, Tolbert, no. Potts, yes. Gem for Bobby Potts. Jim Gandy looks tremendous. Thompson looking good. Bratton just misses the cut. Mangum, also a gem. Okay. We found a solid amount of gems. There's another Spencer Alvarez. All things considered, not bad at all. Corner position. Safety, special teams, athletes. What do we have at free safety? Goodness gracious. I still can't believe we have only ever seen one 4-star recruit as a JUCO. And that it hasn't happened again. It seems so unlikely that they'd pop up once and then never again, as opposed to just not popping up at all. Like the 5-stars, but I don't know. Realizing there's no good way to make turnover on Churchill Downs fit. That would be a difficult name with the character limitation, yep. Turnover on Churchill Downs is pretty good, though. Horse reference. Football reference built into one. All right, let's go look at these safeties here. Free safety, what do we got? Again, we'll see if we get lucky with any insta commits. Anderson's still looking really good. Cook. Robinson, Zach Higdon. Definitely more of a defensive year as opposed to the offensive side of things, and that's not a bad thing. Turnover on short. Yeah, I mean, Crash might have gotten it. It'll be mangled a little bit, but it does look like you could make it work. Strong safety side. Anybody? On the strong safety side of things. Please. Boy, begging doesn't do much, does it? Really doesn't do much. Did end up with a couple of decent guys down the stretch. Richardson was a sophomore. Nobody else, please. Nobody else. So I'll have to frickin' come back for him. There we go. Flock, you're too kind. All right, strong safety. We got 5 dudes. Marks doesn't make the cut. Slade Cook is a great name. Marvin Merriman, another gem. Greg Horton and Chris Richardson. So we are actually going to end up with a full list, which is pretty surprising. Kicker, punter, and athletes. We do need to bring in one special teams option. We got Ben Long. 86. Sam Campbell, if he's actually that good. Jones doesn't want to come here. 73 for Horton. 70. Let's add Horton to the list and scout him out. Dude, if that kicker is like a 90 overall out of the gates, could you imagine when he still misses field goals? Ben Long is an 81. Horton's a 78. Campbell's actually an 86 out of the gate. That's insane. That is insane. And because we actually ended up with a fair amount of people, I have to shorten our list, which is actually really good news. So any 70s or 71s. So wide receiver, we got DJ Mitchell. Take him out for the moment. Again, looking for 70s and 71s. I think the majority of our players were 72s. Another 71, outside linebacker, Sean Charles. Sid, good to see you, by the way. How the heck are you, my Trash Panda based friend? Trash Panda based? I mean, yeah, I guess that works. It was a 70 wideout that I missed. Noted. I could have just sorted by overall, but I also wanted to see how many players were in each position. Let's get Washington out of there. We'll see if we missed anybody. So JUCO is a junior college transfer. Junior colleges are technically different. It's the best way to put it for people who might not know it all. They're technically different. What do we got at punter? Anybody that can match. Kickers we were looking at. Tyson Williams is at a 72. Well, it's a good thing the kickers are there because the punters aren't that great. In terms of athletes, surprise, surprise, we didn't get a 5-star. And, well, surprise, surprise, we're not going to get a 4-star. Okay. It'll be 3-star or under. When you don't want to go into as much debt for post-secondary school. Correct. Ooh, Williams is a bust. Okay. Well, let's find out the athletes. We got 3 spots left on our board before we got to take somebody else out of there. We know we're down to 3 stars at the beginning. What do we got? That guy's name was Tri-Battle. That's insane. Let's see, we got Shane Chandler. Frank Thornton. Dominique Williams. And then for the athletes, we have Johnny Williams, who we'll have to come back for. Chris Arnold. Derek Williams. Dwayne Dorsey. Nick Kelly. So a lot of options. Charles James. Well, actually, Kelly doesn't want to be here. Notice that, and nor does James. Vince Robinson are the final options. Okay. So this would be a little bit slow and steady, but I don't want to remove anybody else from the list if I don't have to. Chandler's still a 77. Thornton up to an 81. Williams up to a 79. So I do have to remove anybody rated a 72. So we're going to say goodbye for now to quarterback Rob Wade. Wide receiver TJ Johnson. Tight end Travis Bell. Corner Billy Richardson. The only offensive lineman we found. That being the tackle Alex Jamison. Outside linebacker Shane Utley, son of Chase. And another corner in the form of Spencer Alvarez. I got this freaking document fucking up. Spencer Alvarez. Okay. Gets us down to 28. We still got to look at the rest of these athletes. Let's see. From the bottom, we have Dorsey. Did I not add Mike Washington to the list? I swear I did. I mean, screw it. Let's just look over this again then. Oh, because it's all positions. It didn't sort. That makes sense. We got Dorsey. We got Jay Williams. D. Williams. I need Arnold and Robinson. There's Robinson. And where's Arnold? Arnold. I went right past you, didn't I? Sure did. You're right between the 2 Williams. There we go. Okay. So these final few athletes. Do a BYU Dynasty. Can we make everyone have the same last name? Every single player is Joseph Smith. Okay, Dorsey doesn't make it. Williams, Johnny Williams, that is, doesn't make it. Derek Williams makes it. It's Robinson, not so much. And Chris Arnold also makes it. Okay. So 72 overall ended up being the cutoff, which is actually pretty good. We just have a lot of players in the same position this year. Scholarships. This will be fun. 5% chance for an automatic acceptance. Didn't proc. Didn't proc. James, nope. Raymond, nope. Who will be our first ever insta-commit? Will it be anybody from this class? Not looking like it. Don't you have to be in first anyway? I don't know. Do you? Am I wasting time doing this? I don't remember if you have to be in first or not. Maybe you do. Maybe that's right. Maybe you did have to be in first. Well, then we fucked it up for the first week because I forgot about that aspect of it. We'll test it on the athletes then. I'll hold off on doing anything for the athletes because I definitely forgot about that. As it is, I'm not exactly worried because it is only a 5% chance. It's incredibly slim. Slimmer than I'll ever be. So let's see. For the higher rated dudes, I actually want to go to the athletes then because we haven't put the scholarship on them. So let's give these guys points to try to get into first without sending the scholarship offer. And we will see if that works. Just in terms of, you know, building up a little bit. 185 per person. That looks pretty good. So overall, I actually do think we ended up in a good little spot. Oh boy. But there's another season to kick off here very soon. If you ever get a Snow Joe sponsorship, I want to feature on it. You deserve it, Sid. That shovel's the best. You're absolutely right. In the preseason polls, Ohio State, the defending national champions, are #1. You got the Tennessee Vols up there as well. And we find ourselves in 16th. Once again, a 5-star program. 93 overall with a 97 offense. The worst team in the nation, by the way. Go way down to the bottom. Eastern Michigan. Eastern Michigan. Way, way down the order. Where the hell is ULM? Oh my god, ULM's top 100 unless I missed them. 81st. Go Warhawks. I believe in you. I believe. In terms of the conference outlook, again, we are a 93 rated team going up against an 84 Kansas squad, 90 rated Wisconsin, 84 Ole Miss, 84 Iowa, 90 Florida State. Easily the toughest conference or division we've been in so far. The other side is 88 Oklahoma, 88 South Carolina, 84 Michigan State, 83 Kansas State, 84 Air Force, and 86 Arkansas. 1-star Florida State. I didn't even notice. Yikes. How's an 84 above an 80? I think it's just put in the random order at the start of the season. I don't think there's anything particularly behind it. Unless it is just like, hey, yeah, that's how we ranked it. I don't know. It's not even based off prestige because Iowa would be above Ole Miss. I don't know how it sorts it out of the gates, but this is going to be a very, 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 very tough season. Where is our stadium ranked, by the way, in terms of difficulty to play in? 36th. Still not bad. Still not bad. We do have an all-time winning record. And if we look at championship contenders, I mean, we're still projected to be a ranked team over the next couple of years, which is tremendous. Ohio State, however, I mean, Clemson's apparently going to be on the come up. Florida, Bama's supposed to get better again. Bama's down to a 4-star program, which is kind of nuts. Dude, Minnesota's a 6. Oh my God, hold on. So, is there a better way to sort that? You can't sort by the stars, I don't think. Let's just look at contenders then. Yeah, I can't. I could have sworn there was a way to sort by prestige. Is there a way to sort by prestige? I don't think so. It would be nice to be able to do that, though. Go back to championship contenders. So in terms of contender status over the next little bit, you have Ohio State, Tennessee, Texas, Michigan, Minnesota, A&M, and USC all at A+. Are there any surprises in the A? I mean, we're there. North Carolina's there. A- for contender grade. There's not that many teams in the A overall. For the B pluses, Miami of Ohio's in that mix. Navy. For the B's, UCF, Rutgers, Air Force, Alabama. Alabama in the conversation with Syracuse and Arkansas. Damn. B minuses, Texas Tech, Arizona. Coastal Carolina's in an interesting spot. They're good now, but they're about to fall off. Iowa was also there. Okay, so at this point, are there any surprising teams that are way further down than you'd suspect? I mean, Florida State, definitely much further down than you'd suspect. They had a bad year last year. They're ranked 87th heading into the season. I mean, if Florida State's being compared with Buffalo in terms of contender grade right now. And North Texas, like, that's nuts. Army, they've fallen off a little bit. BYU, they are about to fall off pretty harshly. Boise State, Memphis, TCU is down here. Anybody else? Kentucky, still just really struggling. Cincy, really starting to fall off too. Monroe, they're expected to go right back down over the next couple of years. That would be a shame. Boston College, not looking good at all right now. Bowling Green, Purdue, San Antonio. Damn, man. There's some schools that are just not looking all that hot right now. That's for sure. Dookie's taking Monroe's side to antagonize me personally. I just think it's a good story, okay? And then Lane Kiffin left, and now they're fucked.